Describe the perfect woman for me, or man if you're a woman watching this. I'm sure you got a long list of things you want him or her to match with. And of course, it should be like that. I mean, the older we get, the more experience we get in knowing what we want, and even better, knowing what we don't want. So, you build your requirements list with all the traits, the quirks, the pros, the cons, the things you find most important, and he or she has to match that, or there will be no attraction at all. Make that list. I don't care what other dating coaches say. So many of them want you to get rid of such a list because it would limit you. Excuse me? Limit? Does knowing what you want limit you? Or does it make your choices better? So where do you want to go on this $10,000 holiday? I don't know. I don't make a list. I just see what comes across my path. While deep down you wanted sun, beach and relaxing in some overwhelming luxury, you are now backpacking in Antarctica. Because that just came to your path and you didn't want to limit yourself. Yeah, right. Would you do that? No, of course not. You make yourself a list. You know, a requirements overview, so you know what you are looking for. And sure, it limits your numbers of people, but why is that bad? Would you settle for less? Getting what you want starts by knowing what you want. This whole limiting mindset is a thought that comes from scarcity. You know, if you know that you can get a man or a woman because you know what to do, because you are authentic, you got something to add to others, you are happy with being yourself and being with yourself. If you know that a man or a woman would only need to add something in your life and that needs to be there to be a part of your life so you can be happy, you live from an abundance mindset. Because you know that if the right one comes across, you can make sure they add something to your life as well. And if you don't know how to do these things, build on your skill set then. Learn how seduction works. Learn to communicate effectively. Learn how you can be a man or a woman in this world. You know, learn how to be happy with yourself, how that works. Work on growing, finding balance. And once you do, you will also find that finding that one man or woman is something that is no longer a goal, but a result. Settling for less, not limiting yourself, being open to anyone and being okay with everyone is taking mediocrity for granted. It's not okay to be okay with everyone. Set your standards, set your boundaries, save your time for the people that are really worth it. Do what you want to be. And do you want to be mediocre? Or are you so unique that there is just one person like you in the entire world? Even if you're a twin. Of course you are. So don't settle for less. Don't act based on scarcity. Do limit yourself to go for only the best, because that is what you deserve. And how do you know when he or she comes along? You know? Well, you know because they wow you. You recognize their traits on your list instantly. And then start to assess how they really match that list. Because when that someone comes along, you will see that they are not perfect. And that they won't match the entire list, of course. But they do match with the parts that you find most important. And when the balance is positive enough on the matches and the mismatches, he or she is worth it to explore how you guys fit together. There's not something like the perfect man or the perfect woman. Now what does exist is the right man and the right woman. Go for that, never for less. You'll regret it in the end. Trust me on that. Live from the mindset of abundancy, never on scarcity. Have a great weekend.